All right, let's begin. We're going to start lying on our backs. So let's go ahead and just gently have your feet flat onto your yoga mat, your hips flat, your shoulders, and then take your arms beside you, opening up your palms. And really focus here on bringing your entire spine onto your yoga mat, nice and flat. And then let's begin. We're going to begin by breathing in through our nose and then out through our nose. So go ahead and take one hand on your belly and just feel it rise as you inhale. And now feel it fall as you exhale. Again, inhale. Can you grab that breath from the bottom of your belly? And imagine that breath going all the way up to your heart. Go ahead and take your other hand and place it right on your heart. And now exhale, let it go. Again, inhaling through the nose. And then exhaling out through the nose. This is what we call deep belly breathing. Again, inhale. All the way up to your hand, and then exhale all the way back down, all the way to that belly. Just notice how you feel. Gathering your breath, just breathing normal here. You can release your hands, taking them out to the side. Now, throughout your yoga practice, we want you to draw that breath from the bottom of your belly. Really think about those ribs expanding. That's why it's called a deep breath. Now notice your back in your yoga mat. Notice the bottom of your feet. Notice the back of your head. Everything is grounded. Eyes are closed. Just taking a moment here. Continuing that inhaling through your nose. And then out. Now on your next breath, bring both of those knees into your chest. Feel free to open your eyes. And just take those knees side to side. I like to say, take what you need here, right? Yoga is really about listening to our body. It's our breath, our body. It's all a connection. So right here, take account. What needs some love right now? Where are you feeling any tension? And it doesn't have to be physical. It could be mental. And as you're just taking it side to side, just take a mini body scan, right? Where do you have some, what we like to say, issues in your tissues? And now slowly bring your feet back down, taking those arms out to a T. Palms are flat, arms are straight. And I want you just to send your breath to that area. Wherever it is, physically think about it and send your breath there. Being aware of it. One more breath here. And now slowly opening your eyes, just take your knees side to side like they're windshield wipers, nice and easy. If that feels good, look over the opposite shoulder. So if your knees fall to the left, look to the right. Really just opening up that lower back. I like to kind of open and close my jaw here. I hold a lot of tension in my face and my jaw. Maybe it's your fingertips. Maybe you wiggle your fingers right here, open and close. Take 2 more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, coming back to center, bringing those knees into your chest and just hugging it in. Maybe bringing those knees in a little bit closer to your chest and just feel that stretch. And then we're going to slowly extend our right leg long, and we're just going to straighten this left leg, grabbing onto the back of the thigh, just nice and easy. Now, coming back to that breath, can you bring some length to the back of your left leg? Inhale here. Exhale, can you bring that thigh closer to your chest? One more breath. And then slowly bending your knee, coming in, bringing both knees back to your chest. Give that lower back a little love, just side to side. And now extending that left leg long, bringing this right leg up, grabbing onto the back of your thigh, making sure that both of your hips are on the ground. Big inhale here. As you exhale, just gently bring that thigh closer to your chest. We're finding some length in the back of that right leg, using that breath. And then inhale, bring both knees into your chest. Again, give side to side, roll it out. And then we're going to bring those knees into the chest, and we're just going to give it a nice little rock. We're going to sit up, but really rock up that spine. Feel that stretch through your spine, and then rock on up. Find yourself in a nice seated position. Feet are forward now. So now we did one leg at a time. So now we're going to do both legs. So notice I have a nice bend in my knee. Right? We don't need to be right here. We can be right here. What we want is that nice straight back. So finding that perfect posture, let's inhale, bringing our arms up. And then as we exhale, hinging from the waist and just reaching over. Now, maybe you bring your feet in. That's okay. We want to feel the length in the back of our legs and through that spine, right? We're creating that length. Every breath, just sinking a little bit deeper. Relaxing your neck, relaxing your face. Your hands can be right by your knees. Nice soft bent elbows. Again, we're always thinking of bringing that rib cage close to our thighs. Take another breath here. And then slowly come on up. Now bringing those knees up, we're going to take them to one side and just kind of come up on to our knees. And have a seat. Again, finding that perfect posture, sitting up nice and tall. Let's inhale, arms come up. Using that full inhale. As you exhale, take your left hand down to the side. Finding the ground and reach over with your right arm. Opening up that side body. Our side body does not get stretched enough. So you're reaching your right arm over. You're pushing down through your right hip. Think about opening up all the side body here, right? You've got lymph nodes in your armpit area. Open them up right here. Send that breath to the spot. Reach, 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 reach. And then use your next inhale to come on up. Exhale, bring your right hand down, taking your left arm up and over. Reach it over. Now take it to the other side now. Press that left hip down. Can you feel that stretch on the left side now? Can you reach those left fingertips up and over? And then slowly inhale, both arms come up, taking those fingertips together, and we're just going to interlace the fingers. So our fingers look like this, and just taking it up. Now, a lot of times, right, we want to hang out in our shoulders here. Can you drop your shoulders and open up through the fingertips? Relax your shoulders. Such a great stretch for the fingers, the wrists, right? We spend a lot of time typing, texting, driving, working our hands. So right here, really open up your fingertips as you're sitting up nice and tall. Again, just inhaling from that bottom of the belly. Don't forget that belly breath. And then exhale fully. One more breath in. Inhale here. Exhale here. I'm going to turn to the side. So as you inhale here, as you exhale, bring those hands in front of you and just bring that chin to chest. Really opening up that upper back. And then slowly releasing. And now we're going to come onto all fours. We call this tabletop. My knees are right underneath my hips. Wrists are right underneath my shoulders. Nice flat back. Evenly pressing my way through both hands, both knees. Now I'm going to inhale. I'm going to drop the belly. And then I'm going to lift up through the crown of my head. So as you can see, there's a bowl in my back right here. And then as I exhale, I'm going to push the ground away and bring my chin to chest, rounding up that upper back. This is called cat pose, right? Kind of looks like an angry cat on Halloween. Meow. Inhale into cow. I've taught many of kids yoga. We go moo. Exhale into that cat. I can't help it. Meow. Inhale, drop that belly, open up through the heart. Cat-cow is one of those things, if you only have 2 minutes in the morning, a cat-cow is so good, right? That spine, inhale, drop, open up the heart. And then exhale, round it up, holding it here, pushing the ground away, bringing that chin to chest. And then coming to a nice flat back. And let's just look over that right shoulder, look over that left shoulder, just kind of shake it out a little bit. Now let's begin working a little bit of balance. So rooting down through your left hand, can you reach your right arm out? Now you can keep it right here. Maybe you just take this left leg back behind you. Yogi's choice. If that feels good, maybe you lift your left toe. Notice how your abdominal muscles are engaged. You've got your opposite arm, opposite leg. This is also good for your brain, right? Working the brain, left and right side. And now bring it on back down. Evenly put your way through both hands, both knees. We're going to take it to the other side. Rooting down through your right hand, go ahead and extend that left arm. You're going to shake someone's hand. And then if that feels good, extend your right leg. Maybe take that right leg off the ground, pointing that toe down towards the earth, finding that length. It's like you're a piece of taffy, and I am lengthening your body. Using that breath, finding your balance. You can always bring that back toe down. And then inhale, come on back to that tabletop. Ring it out. And now inhale, take those toes together. Take your knees out nice and wide. This is our first child's pose. So you're going to press your hips back, walking your hands out. So now if you have tight hips, that's okay. Your child's pose might look different than mine, and that's okay, right? It's all about the process. It's your practice, your body. I'm just here to guide you. So take a moment to push back those hips till you can find the ground with your forehead. And again, finding that length through the spine as you gently press your hips back. Reaching those arms in front of you, but make sure those shoulders don't come up. They are relaxed. They're in their shoulder sockets. And just feeling that release in the back of your legs, your lower back. And now close your eyes here. I want you to take a big inhale through your nose. And this time I want you to open mouth exhale. Listen to your breath in this child's pose. It's calming. Again, inhale. And then exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. And just fully exhale here. Can you relax into this pose a little bit more? Can you sit back into your heels? Now this is a great one for the end of the day. This is calming, soothing for your body. And then on the next breath, slowly come on up. Coming back to that tabletop, making sure your knees are underneath your hips. And again, I'm a big fan of shaking your tail, wagging your tail. Again, blame the kids' yoga instructor and me. And we're going to come to our first downward facing dog. So I want you to curl your toes. But before we come to our down dog, walk your hands back to your knees and just feel that stretch. So I'm on what I like to say my yogi toes, and I'm just opening up through our feet. Take a breath here. See how that feels, right? So my toes, they're flexing and I'm stretching. That front part of my foot feels really good. Take another breath here. Enjoy that stretch. And then slowly walking your hands out like you were in your tabletop. Come forward and now lift your hips up, pressing your heels down towards the yoga mat. Now your heels do not need to touch the mat. That is okay. Downward facing dog. A lot of times people are too far out here. If you're out here and you're like, this hurts my shoulders, I want you to walk it in. Again, my shoulders, everything is tucked in. My elbows aren't out to the side. Everything is in alignment. Wrist, elbow, shoulder. And then your head comes down. And I want you to pretend that I'm behind you and I'm lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Looking up at your waistband. This is energizing. You don't need handstands. All you need is a down dog. You're finding that length. Breathing into any spots of your body that might feel tight, restricted. Can you find length as you exhale? One more breath here. Exhale. And now slowly looking up in between your hands, walk it on up. We call this a forward fold. Feet are flat, knees are nice and soft. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. So you can bring your hands right to your thighs, your shin. Notice how my back is flat right here. I'm finding length. And then as I exhale, now I fold. Nice bend in the knees. Bringing that rib cage close to your thighs. And just feel that length through the back of your legs. Take another breath here. Again, maybe you really bend your knees. That's okay. And now releasing your hands wherever they are, we're going to slowly roll down. Take your time. Your head has been below your heart. So you want to take your time stacking everything on top of each other. Your head being the last thing that comes up. This is our mountain pose. I want you to look down at your feet. Evenly, placing your weight between both feet. Think of it like an active. So these are your inner thighs. They're kind of hugged in. Knees are soft. This is your core, opening up your chest. And I want you just to feel your 10 toes. Right? Most of the day we stand like this. This is your mountain pose. Everything is in its spot. Like we like to say, all of our joints are stacked on top of each other. Palms are open. Feeling the ground beneath you. And now knees are soft, so add a little micro bend. I want you to take your arms and just move them side to side. Now I want you to try and keep your hips square. This is an exercise I like to do. Just kind of waking up the body. You're tapping with your arms. Using that big belly breath. Maybe again, I hold a lot of tension in my jaw. So sometimes when I'm in this posture, I like to just kind of open and close my jaw. This is where you release the tension. This is where you let anything go, right? Anything from your day, anything that's on your mind, let it go. Maybe you stick out your tongue. I know it sounds silly, but Get that out. Don't let that live in your body, right? Breathe in that big, beautiful cleansing breath. It's cleansing coming up through your nose. And then slowly come to stillness. Closing your eyes. It might feel a little awkward, but that's okay. Keeping your eyes closed, rooting down through your feet, really engaging your senses as you bring your arms up above your head in extended mountain pose. And now exhale, bringing those hands to center. So palms are together, keeping your eyes closed, just listening to my voice. Your hands are right there at your beating heart. Feeling your heartbeat, feeling your breath, feeling your feet grounded beneath you. Maybe you take a moment to listen around you. What noises do you hear right now? Taking a breath in this stillness. And then slowly open your eyes, bringing those arms above your head, reaching up. And now we're going to take those arms to a goalpost, and we're just going to open up. We call this a back bend, right? I'm not here. I'm here. I'm bending my upper back. So my arms are right here, just like a goalpost or a cactus, and open up the heart. I like to look up towards the ceiling. I can't help but smile. You should smile too. It's really good. And then inhale, come back to that extended mountain. Now as you exhale, bend your knees, come down to what we call a swan dive into our forward fold. Now remember that halfway lift. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come down to that forward fold. Inhale, planting your hands on the ground, stepping it back, finding that downward facing dog. Pressing our heels into the yoga mat, pressing our arms into the mat. Just taking another breath here. And now inhale, coming back to our knees, toes to the mat. We're going to shift forward. So now see how my wrists and shoulders are in line. Now I'm forward. And I'm just going to open up my heart right here, just like we did. This is called up dog. Notice how your core feels right here. Nice and strong. Don't let your hips dip. Lift up nice and strong. Open up the heart. And now as you exhale, I want you to press it back to that child's pose. Maybe wiggle out the fingers. And now inhale, come on back to that tabletop. Now this time bending your elbows like a tricep push-up, come all the way down. And then open up into Sphinx pose. So this is Sphinx pose. I'm looking down. Look down at your elbows. Is there a straight line from your elbows to your wrists to your hands? Now can you open up your chest? Can you feel your hip bones rooted down into your yoga mat? This is another one. This is a great in the middle of the day. If you've been, if you've been down like this all day, open it up. Take a moment here. I like to close my eyes sometime in Sphinx pose, really opening up my chest, opening up the heart. Feeling that stretch from your belly button all the way to your chin. And then on your next inhale, come all the way down. Now I want you to take your left foot and flex it up towards the ceiling. So your forehead is to the mat, just listening to my body if you can, or my voice. So my left knee all the way, so my entire quad is pressing into the yoga mat. And my left foot is flexed up towards the ceiling. Now I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to find my foot. So can you find the top of your foot? And now can you wiggle your right hand underneath your forehead? Now can you press the top of that foot into your hand right here? Maybe you bend your elbow. Maybe you take this a little bit deeper. Lengthening out through that quad. Think about what's lengthening right here from your knee all the way up to your hip. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Breathe into this front of your leg. One more breath here. And then exhale, release. Let that left leg go. And now let's do the other side. We're going to flex the right foot. We're going to take this right arm and we're going to find the top of our right foot. Now your right knee might want to go out to the side. Can you bring this right knee in closer? Can you take this left hand right underneath your forehead? Can you press that right foot into your right hand? Maybe you bend your right elbow. Think about finding that length. Every exhale here, can you lengthen that quadricep? Can you feel that hip bone pressing into your yoga mat? Coming unstuck. And then on your next inhale, slowly release. This time bringing both hands underneath your forehead. Just taking a moment here. And then slowly releasing, taking your arms right in line with your shoulders, elbows in. Think about lifting up, using your back muscles, coming on up, and then back into a child's pose, finding that length. Option, you can stay right here in your child's pose or float into that upward facing dog. Open up the heart here so my thighs are lifted. I'm going to lift my chin. And then when I take my exhale, I'm going to press it back into that child's pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, use that full breath. And now pause. And now exhale, press back, child's pose. One more time, inhale. Nice, slow, deep belly inhale, open the heart, you got this. And then exhale, press it back. And now slowly, can you find find your ankles, is what I'm trying to say. And then reach those hands behind you now. So my fingers touching my pinky toe. Just restorative child's pose right here. Sending your body so much love. And then slowly sit it on up. Come onto one side of your hip, taking those legs out in front of you. And let's just roll it on down. I always like to bring my knees into my chest, right? Always giving that lower back some love. This time, let's hug in our left leg. Extend your right leg. Now when you inhale here, we're going to take this left knee across the body. We call this a spinal twist. Now I want you to remember that goalpost arms you did in your back bend. And I want you to, both elbows are on the ground. Now this left shoulder, right, wants to come over. Can you bring your left shoulder down? So left shoulder's down. So my left knee is nowhere near the ground. I know you can't see. And I want you to think about twisting through that midsection, wringing it out right here. Now can you take your head and look over your left shoulder? So your knee could be right here. I want you to think about like your midsection like a towel, like when you wring out a towel. Can you exhale, wring it out right here? Right, inhale here. Exhale, any negativity. One more. Exhale it out. And then on the inhale, come back to center, bringing those knees into your chest. We're going to take our 2-piece fingers. If you can, find your big toe. Taking those 2-piece fingers and grabbing them on your big toe. This is what we call happy baby. If you find your hips coming up here, I want you just to let go and hold on to your thighs. Actually, that might be easier. This is called happy baby. I'm pressing my entire spine into the yoga mat. Feeling that stretch. If you want to try one leg, maybe try that. If you want, you can try 2. Let that lower back come off the mat. Give me one more breath here. Exhale it out. And now releasing that left leg, let's bring the right leg in. We're going to take it to the other side. Hugging this right knee into your chest. Big inhale here. Exhale, take this right knee across the body. Open up into those goalpost arms. Now, what happened to your right shoulder? Is it on the ground? Is your right elbow on the ground? Can you keep those arms there? And then with the breath, take that right knee over. And then if you can, look at your right shoulder. Keeping that left leg nice and long. Again, you can be like right here. You don't have to be all the way over. You want to keep that right shoulder on the ground. Spinal twist. Spinal twist is so good. Obviously, it's a twist for your spine. It's really good for your internal organs right here. But it's also really good for your chest. Notice how your chest is open right here. Don't forget about your breath. Exhale it out. And then come back to center, bringing those knees into your chest one last time. And now I want you to give yourself a hug. Right here. Maybe today you tried something new. And I just want you to send your body so much love and acceptance for being brave, for trying something new, for listening to your body. Yoga is a practice. It's not a performance. It's your practice. Yoga's ever evolving, always moving. And that's what's so beautiful about it. It's your journey, your body, your connection. So as you hug it in, just be grateful that we can move and breathe. Be grateful for trying something new, for listening to your body. So right here, I want you to squeeze in as tight as you can. Squeeze like you're cutting off your circulation. I want you to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, release. Take those arms out to the side. Allow your ankles to open. This is what we call our final relaxation pose. I encourage you to really take these last few minutes. Sometimes this is the most important part of your practice. As we lay in stillness, relaxing our entire body, our mind can start to wander. I encourage you, as thoughts come up of whatever you have going on or what's next, to exhale that out right here. You're taking these last few moments for you. Maybe you envision yourself lying in your favorite spot. Maybe it's at the beach. Maybe it's in a meadow. And the warm sun is on your face. Every part of your body has just melted into the ground, completely relaxed. Your tongue is off the roof of your mouth. Your fingertips are open. Your hips, knees are open. Ankles just open. Picture your favorite spot. It's just you in this beautiful location. Taking another breath here. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take your time coming out of this relaxed state. Don't rush it. Slowly begin to add a little bit of movement. We're going going to take our hand to our belly and our other hand to our heart. We're going to end our practice lying down, just where we started today. Let's inhale here. And then as slow as you can, exhale, letting out all that beautiful breath, sealing in your yoga practice today. Great job.